Good morning, children. Welcome back to the class. I hope you have understood what we have discussed yesterday regarding the maps and all. So now we are going to start the second lesson, which is called as the energy from the sun. You all know what is energy, isn't it? What is sun? What do we get from sun, isn't it? The sunlight which we receive from the sun is called energy. We have solar energy, isn't it? And solar is related to sun. Okay, so this is a very interesting lesson, children, and I want everyone to concentrate. And moreover, you have so many activities in this, so each and every page is important here. You can enjoy, you can calculate timings, you can have and a small project also I'm going to give for this, which is a very simple project. Is it clear? So from the day one, and that is from today for the lesson, it is day one. So I want you to concentrate. Now for this, first and foremost thing is sunlight. And due to the presence of sunlight, we have the life existing on earth. You all know that, isn't it? So now we will be learning each and every aspect. Okay, now what is temperature? Now sometimes you get fever. Rising of the normal body temperature is considered as fever, isn't it? And the temperature is measured by thermometer, isn't it? So you just, now I will just give you some description about temperature and all, and how many types of thermometers are there. Maybe you must have learnt in science or you have gone through. Just make a list. Okay, and what is a normal thermometer, which is measuring the human body temperature, and what is the normal human body temperature, how much it should be, and two types it is being calculated, children, like it is in Fahrenheit, okay, and it is in centigrade also. So that also you just make a note of it. Okay, make a note, find out, just out of curiosity you find out how many types of thermometers are there, and what is this temperature, how it is recorded, and by what degrees is it recorded, because there is a person called Fahrenheit. Okay, as per him we have F. Okay, so that all you make a note. Is it clear? As soon as the class is finished, you listen carefully and then note it down. Okay, and every day in newspaper also we get temperatures, maximum temperature and minimum temperature, isn't it? So that later I will tell what to do. Now you all know sun is a hot ball of gases, isn't it? And we all get energy from it. And Earth's position from the sun is in third place, isn't it? When you see the solar system and all the planets, so you start from, sun is in the center, and if you start from Mercury, Earth is in the third place, and as you are moving away from the sun, the heat of the sun received will be less. Okay, just as you have a candle, you light a candle and keep your hands nearby, you feel the heat of the sun and you want to remove your hands immediately because you can't bear the heat. But as you are moving away your hands from the candle flame, what will happen? The effect of heat will be reduced. Yes, so in the same way, if you see Earth, and in the center we have the equator, right? And you have the three zones, heat zones. Yes or no? Equator, above the equator and below the equator you have Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn you have a hot zone, that is called as the torrid zone. Yes, and above it you have temperate zone, not temperate zone, and below Tropic of Cancer you have south temperate zone, and then you have frigid zone. Yes or no? But when you can see near the equator, the sun's rays will fall directly. Yes, this we have discussed many times in the class. So the sun's rays will fall directly near the equator, so it will be very, very hot. And as you are moving away from the equator towards the poles, the sun's rays will be falling slantly. So as the distance is being increased, the severity in the sun's heat also reduces. Okay, so at the same time, near the frigid zone, if you happen to know, or you must have heard that near the North Pole and the South Pole, it will be very, very cool. Yes, and in the coming lessons, you have about a region called polar region, how the life will be and all, we will be discussing in that. But as of now, we will know about the temperature, where it will be very hot, where it will be very cool. Okay, and one thing you have to keep in your mind is, as the altitude is increasing, as the height above the sea level is increasing, temperature reduces. Understood? Temperature reduces. So what happens is, as the height, that is why at the top of the mountain it will be cool when compared to the foot of the mountain or hill. That's why we have hill resorts, no children. In summer when we can't bear the heat, we go to resorts, hill resorts, which are at a higher place. There you will have a cool climate when compared to the normal ground. Okay, so here when we are talking about temperature and different at various places, the temperature will be hot at one place, the temperature will be cool at one place. Why? What is the reason? So as per the locations, temperature varies. As per the altitude, temperature varies. And as you are moving away from the equator, temperature decreases. Understood? So, but at the equator, what will happen is, you will have the direct rays of sun and it will be very, very hot. Just imagine children, a simple thing I will tell you. Now, for us, from morning till afternoon, you know, gradually the sun's heat will be increasing. Early morning it will be cool, and as the time passes on, by midday it will be very, very hot if you take a summer day. Okay, so what will happen? And later on, again it starts getting reduced. But the heat which is observed by the earth will be reflecting back, and from afternoon onwards you will have more heat, suffocation and all. Okay, so here what you have to know is, first and foremost thing is, now morning it is cool, afternoon it is very hot for us. But at the equator, from the beginning itself, from morning itself, it will be very, very hot, just as midday. Okay, so what will happen? By afternoon it will be very, very hot, too much of suffocation and all. And immediately by evening, before 4 o'clock, what will happen? There will be a heavy downpour, because as temperature is increasing, evaporation will be more. You have learnt about evaporation in your 7th class, isn't it? So evaporation will be more. As evaporation is more, cloud formation is more, and as cloud formation is more, rainfall will be more. Condensation takes place and rainfall will be there. So near the equator, just above and below the equator, it is called as the equatorial belt. Okay, so this place will have all the 3 seasons in one day. All 365 days, there will be no change. Every day it will be very hot, every day it will rain, and by night, after heavy rainfall, what will happen? The climate will become cool. So that places will experience all these 3 at a time. Understood? One single day will witness all these. Is it clear? So what will happen? Now children, see, observe one thing. When you are knowing about it, just try to compare the situation in our place. Are we having that type of thing? No, because as the sun is in the center and the earth revolves around the sun, it causes day and night. It results in seasons, and when it results in seasons, we have different seasons. Specifically, we can say summer season, rainy season, winter season. But near the equatorial belt, all the 3 seasons will be in a single day. No particular seasons are there, because they witness all these 3 every day. Okay, so compare our situation with that particular place, what I told you. Okay, now we all know sun has lot of energy. It emits heat, and that heat is absorbed by the earth. When it is absorbed, that amount of absorbed heat is called as insolation. The sun is always evolving heat. Okay, radiation. You know your radiation, heat evolved is called radiation. So this radiation, the sun's heat which is being evolved, is not totally taken by us, because it is very, very hot, children, and we can't bear also. So while it passes down, it comes through the, we all know, ozone layer or clouds or whatever it is, isn't it? So what will happen? By the time it reaches the earth, a fraction of heat only we will be absorbing. Okay, so we are receiving a fraction of heat of the sun, and that is called as insolation. Insolation. Insolation means the heat absorbed by the earth from the sun is called insolation. Now what is radiation? Heat or energy evolved is called radiation. What is solar radiation? Solar radiation is nothing but the heat evolved from the sun is called solar radiation. Okay, so there is a difference, see children. Heat evolved by the sun and heat absorbed by the earth. Okay, so what will happen? And this ultraviolet rays will be there, so it is very harmful. We'll get skin diseases and all. So we need to protect ozone layer. This is a common thing, global warming and all, what we have learned earlier, isn't it? So now we have to protect, because sun's heat is, or sun's rays are very powerful. So clouds or whatever it is are protecting, and the distance from the sun also helps us in protecting ourselves. So it is only the fraction of sun what we are receiving. That also in summer we are not able to bear, isn't it? So that much heat the sun will evolve. Okay, it gives out energy, and that is taken by us as solar energy. Okay, regarding solar energy, how it is useful and all, we will talk later, children. But now you know about ultraviolet rays, how harmful they are, and later on, now if you observe the temperature of a particular place, will it be same every day? No, there will be fluctuations. Fluctuations means changes will be there, and at the same time, when you observe the temperature at a cool place, now how it will be in summer, night temperature and day temperature varies, because due to the earth's rotation, half part of the earth only will be facing the sun, and half part will be darkness, that is morning and night. We know that days and nights are caused due to the earth's rotation. It rotates around itself, isn't it? So while doing that, we'll have slowly the temperature increases and slowly the temperature decreases. Yes or no? So when we take a summer day, the observe, now what will happen? You must have observed all the rivers or lakes or ponds will be drying up in summer. What will happen is, above water will be evaporated, and at the same time earth also absorbs heat, and due to that heat what will happen? Earth will become hot. So that land what becomes hot starts absorbing water. Now one day you see water in the pond will be up till this extent, and slowly it starts reducing. Yes, because from above it will be evaporated, from below it will be absorbed. Okay, and later by afternoon it starts receiving heat, and after afternoon what will happen? It starts reflecting back the heat what it has absorbed. Understood? So it starts giving out. Understood? That is why if you happen to observe after till afternoon 1 o'clock, like that, you can bear the heat of the sun during summer, but after 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock you can't bear the heat. Even the fan, the air from the fan will be hot. Even by 6 o'clock you see you'll have heat, hot air. Yes, and then if you touch the walls and all also, they will be hot. Why? Because they start reflecting. And throughout the night what will happen? Even night 10 o'clock also you can't bear the heat, but later throughout the night it starts getting cool, and again from 6 o'clock onwards, when you have sun's heat, again it starts heating. When I am telling all this, you listen and try to observe, children, whether it is correct or not, whether earlier you have observed or not, because even the walls will be hot, even in your house also floor will be heat. Yes or no? So all these are just because the temperature or the heat of the sun is being absorbed. We take so many measures to cool our house because we can't bear. Yes, now we have some activities and regarding the temperatures, and different places are given as examples in this lesson, children. Slowly we'll go with the lesson, so that I want everyone to understand and do the activities. And one more thing regarding the books, I told you, if the textbooks are available in the market, you can buy the textbooks, and regarding the notebooks, we will be giving you information. Until then, don't buy notebooks. What to do, how to do, we will plan and inform you. So by then, if textbooks are available, old edition only you can buy. Okay, because new books might not be printed due to lockdown. So you can buy, and whenever I am discussing, I want you, supposing one 2 pages we have discussed today, I want you to immediately open the textbook and read that particular pages, because there will be some sort of knowledge in your mind what we have discussed in the class. Otherwise it is useless, children. One way going with the lessons one way is useless unless and until you cooperate with the teachers. Understood? These classes are being continued because we shouldn't waste our time, so you have to utilize these classes. Understood? So now we have discussed about solar radiation and also insolation. And now when we are talking about heat zones, I will show you tomorrow, children. I will draw on a paper and I will show you what are heat zones and between which latitudes these heat zones are there. Even in 6th class also you have learned. I think most of you know. So we'll just recollect what we have learned, what are called heat zones and which heat zone is in between which latitudes. All that we will know about it. And later on, regarding the sun's heat, I told you sun's rays are not at all good. We need them, but direct sun rays are not at all good. So we have to protect ourselves, and we have these greenhouse gases and all, so which are harmful. And due to pollution, now you have so many things, children. Even from these topics only you can take your contemporary issue and then you can take one of your projects, because I will be giving you projects. And in 8th class you have so many projects or activities, children, which you love to do, because you have so many. You have banks, you have to go to a bank and collect matter, and then you have brick making, or you have industrial workers, or you have temperature, regarding temperature only you have activities. And then you have about different folk arts, sports persons, about movies. All these are there, so you can enjoy. Only thing I am requesting you all is you go through whatever we are explaining. Now you all know greenhouse gases. So just to find out what are greenhouse gases, how are they useful or not. So we will discuss that tomorrow. Is it clear? First and foremost thing, from today onwards, if you get a newspaper or if you get temperature, even in mobile also you will be able to get the temperature. So from today is 3rd June. From 3rd June onwards, you start noting down the maximum and minimum temperature for a week. Today is Wednesday. Till next Tuesday, you may note it down and keep, children. Then we will see what we can do. What is the project we have to do? Is it clear? Note it down. Okay, children? Thank you. Sanju? Sanju, అయిపోయింది.